grid then for the 500cc race. And everybody charging down to the first corner, but it's Roberts on the Suzuki wheeling away into turn one. Here comes Okada up on the inside, but it's Roberts who gets the advantage. Okada in second. It looks like Max Biaggi in third spot on the Marlboro Yamaha. Roberts, a superb start from the American, the winner of 3 Grand Prix so far this year. Third position goes to Barros. Now we're on board, I would suspect, with Alex Criville in 10th position. Yes, we are. We're on board with Criville. All he's got to do is finish inside the top 10 and the championship is his with one race still to run. Such has been Alex Criville's dominance in 99. So then, Roberts leads from Okada, from Barros, from Abe.
Tadayuki Okada moving up, really closing in on the back of Kenny Roberts for the lead of this year's Grand Prix.
And indeed, that second position in the championship, it's still not over between these two. Okada got an outside chance of winning the championship, but he's really got to win both of these last 2 races, including the one that we are in, with Criville really non-scoring. At the moment, Criville is inside the top 10, which will be enough for him to wrap up the 500cc title. And Okada's deep and he's off the track. Okada's got a problem. He's outbraked himself at the end of the long back straight. Therefore, we've got Abe up into second position. So we've got Roberts now leading from Norick Abe. Okada is out of a chance of winning this race, although he's back in the race, but he will be disheartened. He's got to lift his soul very high indeed to keep the pace going.
You can see the points right there. Alex Criville is world champion if it finishes this way. Taddy Okada having to make up a lot of ground. So that's 6th. Anthony Goberts is running in 7th, trying to make a move right now. Gary McCoy and Nobuatsu Aoki.
Now this is difficult times for Alex Criville. He goes through. He's a fighter, he's a tiger. He goes through, but he loses it immediately to Alex Criville. Well, I wish that this was the battle for the lead, but it's the battle for 6th position. Gobert really getting stuck in on the number 35 machine. He's not giving up, but Alex Criville has got to be careful. He almost needs to get rid of this pack. Either go ahead, which he's trying to do now, or drop back a little. 3 abreast, and McCoy is coming through into the final corner on the racetrack. He pushes Criville wide. Gobert's on the inside, but McCoy gets away with it this time. So chopping and changing every single corner pretty well for this battle for 6th position. Tremendous tussle. And don't forget that we've got Taddy Okada back in this race after taking to the overshoot on the back of the back straight. Here he is 10th position at the moment.
This is the battle for 6th place. He's got a rider that's unknown quantity as far as being racing in the dry with Alex Criville, and someplace again where he doesn't want to be. It only takes one little slip up for somebody to touch the other guy and fall down. There you go, P7 with 6 more laps to go.
Now, Criville, he's still going to win the championship if the flag came out now and if Abe wins this race. Roberts in 2nd position. Then we got Max Biaggi in that 3rd spot as we come around to complete one more lap. It's Criville who's leading the battle for 6th, and we know that he is going to win the World Championship ahead of Tadayuki Okada and Kenny Roberts in the championship table. We know that Alex Criville has got this one wrapped up in the bag. Meanwhile, we need to concentrate with what's happening at the front because we can see that Roberts has taken the lead. He's taken the lead somehow. We can see that he's taken the lead, but he makes a bobble onto the back straight. And he looks over because he knows he's banging fairings with Max Biaggi. But it's Abe who's got the drive. Rockets through with sheer slipstreaming power down the back section. But Abe's got the advantage and wins ahead of Biaggi. And Roberts gets 3rd position. My goodness me. How close can you get for a win? Louis Dantine, team boss for Norick Abe, his first ever win in 500 in his first ever year in the 500cc class, and it's the first ever Spanish 500cc world champion and the first time the 500cc championship comes to Europe since Franco Ancini won at the beginning of the 1980s. The 1999 world champion is Alex Criville.